All right, we'll do Brad really quick. Brad, you're on from the 805. It's obviously not very nice. Sorry about that phony phone call. What's your question? Quickly.
Okay. So I've been watching Dragon's Den and Shark Tank, and Shark Tank definitely is a horrible show.
Yeah, it's canceled, by the way.
Canceled.
I got breaking news.
Okay.
Canceled. Breaking news on Twist. I got the inside info. I was in the Hollywood land yesterday. It's canceled. It's canceled.
Bastards. Did I ever tell you my story about this?
About what? You were supposed to be the host?
Shark Tank calls me, Mark Burnett's Productions.
Right.
Twice.
Right.
Long phone calls.
Right.
We love you. We love what you do. TechCrunch 50. Blah 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 blah. ABC loves you. We circulated all your videos. I'm like, how'd you get my videos? They're like, oh well, we got them from different people. We got them from here. We got it from ABC.
Okay.
Got Charlie Rose appearance. They get all the videos. We really want you to be on the show. Do you know Dragon's Den? I said, yeah, actually, I know Dragon's Den because when I was in London with Tyler, the guys were telling us about Dragon's Den and that, you know, whatever. So I give I said, okay, talk to Tyler about it. I give the Tyler
dropped the ball?
No, Tyler hasn't. Tyler's never dropped the ball. How dare you, Gary?
Listen, I know who the brains are of this organization.
Exactly. So what happens? How many calls? You call them twice, 3 times?
Twice.
Calls them twice, they don't call back. Email, whatever. They never call back. The most unprofessional people I've ever met.
Well, so you're happy that it's been canceled?
Well, I tell you, the show is terrible because all they do is
they
abuse the entrepreneurs. I mean, it's like television. So instead of supporting the entrepreneurs,
they should have had me on the show.
You got to have supportive people.
Then everybody would win.
Anyway,
okay.
Anyway, let's get you.
Brad, go ahead, buddy.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, so as I've been watching the show, more and more I keep seeing people come in there that are $200,000 in debt. They had to mortgage their home. They're about to lose their home with the families. And so my question was just, do you have stories of founders who took such a big risk that are positive and negative? And what's your advice on how far to take a company? Right now I'm a college student, and so I'm able to take more risks, but it's just kind of disheartening to see, you know, the family of like 5, and the father's $200,000 in debt and is going to have to sell his house.
Let me jump in here
real
quick.
Trying to leave out a dream.
Sure. Brad, you know what's crazy? For everybody who thinks like, you know, a lot of people think I take a lot of risks and I'm stretched and I'm doing all these different things. I come from a very immigrant background. I will never, ever, ever make a bet that doesn't allow me to have a roof over my head. I think there's a lot of ways to take. People are not betting on their sweat equity enough. People don't want to work. Money is the shortcut. So that's why people borrow it and get it from people, and they throw money at things thinking it's gonna work. I'd rather bet on me not sleeping and hustling and bleeding out of my eyeballs. And so the way to really bet on yourself is not by your financial risk, but by your effort and your skill sets and your hard work. I just think that people are thin-skinned and don't want to put in the 23 hours that it needs to build a business. You know, Jason hasn't slept since the Beastie Boys came out.
True.
You know, and that's how you win. And so I think money is a shortcut.
He's right. Gary's right again. Money, people typically use it like gasoline to start a fire. They get a big log, they pour some gasoline on it, they light it, it goes whoof, and then you have a dirty charred log. And really about building startups is about little kindling, putting it together, and that's the sweat equity talks about, little ideas, and it gets a little hotter, and then you get bigger logs and twigs, and then boom, all of a sudden those big logs, and then you got a big fire. So it's unnecessary in most cases.
Almost always in today's...
Almost always.
Especially now.
Yeah, it's unnecessary.
Zero cost.
If you give me any idea for a business, with the exception of perhaps like some biotech business that requires you know, a scale and 5 years of research, almost any business you could do small. If you wanted to start Krispy Kreme donuts or you know the Froyo yogurt place, whatever, Pinkberry, you could start by having a push cart. You could start by doing it out of your home and catering parties build up until you get enough to have a store. Then you could have one store, you could leverage it into 2 stores. You can find investors. When I did Mahalo, which is a big I didn't put any of my own money into Mahalo. And when I did...
you put your brain into it.
Exactly.
And your sweat.
Exactly. And Weblogs Inc., same thing. We built it off of revenues. Mark Cuban put in a couple $100,000, you know, like 6 months into it or whatever. But generally speaking, that's crazy. Especially if you have a family. It's just irresponsible. If you have a family to mortgage their future, I mean, that's insane. And
insane.
I have to tell you, I have personal experience with this. My dad's business failed in 1987, his bar. Guess when I went to college?
88?
88. I was effed. You know how pissed off I was at my father? It took a decade for us to reconcile. I went to college. All my friends were going to college. I had no money.
Yeah.
I had to pay the bursar $350 a month for 2 or 3 years. They had no money to give me. My dad was in debt 6 figures to the IRS.
Yep.
That screwed up our family, let me tell you. failed business like that.
It's
my
tough.
dad and I are very tight right now, so all's well that ends well.
It also gave you hunger, though.
It did. This is
You
the
know,
thing.
people, hunger is so massively underrated.
Absolutely.
Every day when there's something going bad in business, I think back to the fact that my mom walked 3 miles to Kmart to buy me 2 Star Wars figures when I was 6, and I cried for 2 days, 2 freaking days, because I knew we couldn't afford it.
Right.
We weren't buying anything.
Yeah.
My parents, we came, I wasn't born here.
Where were you born?
Belarus.
I didn't know.
Former Soviet Union. Yeah.
Wow.
I wasn't even born here. So, hunger is honestly, the biggest thing that, separates people is hunger.
I agree. Passion,
And
hunger,
you
desire.
going through that, I guarantee, makes you sit here
Oh, of
behind this
course.
black curtain.
Absolutely. I have drive in many ways, having seen my dad fail.
Sure.
In a lot of ways, a lot of what I do to be successful, whatever, is as a tribute to him.
Yep.
To try to get it back for him. You know what I'm saying? But it still doesn't mean I don't think that he was irresponsible. I think he was, and I've had these conversations like, what were you thinking? Like, really? But whatever. He said he's sorry. You wish you could have done better by me. So what am I supposed to do? Be mad at my father forever?
No, it's always important. Here's something that when dealing with haters or negativity on the internet,
right, there's a lot of it.
It's never wrong to be the bigger man.
Of course.
Being the bigger man is the game.
Sure.
And so, when you look back when you're 95, you're going to feel real good about being the bigger man.
Of course.
So-
Of course. So, and is your question? You're in college. That's the time to take risk. I always think young people should take the risk now. The downside for you is you have to go work for somebody, literally.
Yeah,
even if you
well,
go
I started
$10,000
one
in debt.
company.
What's that, boss?
I started one company just from scratch, and I keep watching on the show, and they seem to encourage the risk taking, and for me, it's like I haven't had a lot of money, and luckily I can't go and get a $20,000 loan. So I've been just slowly building my business, and it's profitable now. It's not a ton of money, but I get to work for myself.
Dude, slow burn. I
just wish more people would say that.
Hey, Brad, I got a real question. Are you enjoying the process
Of college or the business?
No, definitely not a college.
Oh,
the
it's
business.
terrible.
College.
Don't be stupid. Come on.
Yeah, it's really fun. I mean, it's
Dude.
I've been trying to search for an idea that's more of like an internet idea, where you just build it and then you can make money while you sleep. But my business right now, I convert old media to like DVDs and CDs and online video.
Dude.
And it makes decent money.
And you know what?
It's a lot of work,
you're learning a lot of good things. I think the reason the internet has been good to me is because working retail on my feet for 18 hours a day for 10 years, this stuff's easy, right? So what you're doing, the grind in real life, is great. And more importantly, let me just say this, and I know there's a lot of smart, I love the demo that watches this show.
Yeah.
You've done a great job. It's the process, dudes. It's the process. We don't need stuff. Brad, you don't need a 55-inch screen. You don't need a fancy car. Like, I'm not like Jason. He likes fancy cars. I can't go there. It's the process. You got to love the process. If you love the game, then you're set.
Yes.
Period. It's about the game.
Right. What Gary said. If you're enjoying yourself and you're in it, and every day you go to work, you feel like there's nowhere else you'd rather be, then you're successful. Period. It doesn't matter if you have a Tesla. It's kind of nice to have one, but it doesn't matter.
You don't need it.
I wouldn't mind one.
It's coming from the guy who wants to buy the jets.
But that's the only
When
thing
you
I
buy,
want.
oh, all right. So your thing is different than mine.
Yes,
thing.
but I know. But you know what's funny? You know
No,
what?
it's not
You're
about
the-
material
listen,
things.
You can afford it, and I don't really think that was your ambition.
No.
Your ambition wasn't, I want to buy a Tesla.
No. That's the only reason. I'll be honest. I bought the car because it's my friend's company. I wanted to support him.
I believe you.
I'm a loyal guy. Look how many.
Wait a minute. I'm pissed.
What?
You bought how much is a Tesla or whatever? How much is it? Come on. It's not a secret. People know what they cost.
All right.
Is it $40? How much is it, Tyler?
110.
$110. You bought more.
140.
You bought 20 fucking books. That's
not
like
enough.
$300. Dude, it's $110. I need every person who's registered for Mahalo to get a free book. That's more in line with.
That's like 150,000 books.
Good. Around the same price as the freaking
Oh,
car.
God. All right. Listen.
Let's do something huge with Mahalo. Let's buy a crap load of books, but I'll hustle. You know I'll grind.
All right. We'll figure something out. We got a good start here.
Good start.
What?
I want to support my
All right.
friend. You know what? I'm coming out with a new thing. I'm coming out with a new product.
Yes.
They cost about $9 million a piece.
Really?
You're gonna support a friend. Of
course.
$110 there.
$9 million.
No,
Don't
listen,
you
honestly,
have like 10 books coming out?
Yes. Honestly, thank you. This is very honestly.
Yeah.
That
Did anybody else do this?
Yes, but
Other shows? Any show?
Yes, but here's
good.
honestly, here's the bottom line. I'm massively appreciative. Here's the biggest thing that people make a mistake about. When I heard you did this, like just a little while ago, it was such an amazing thank you feeling. I felt everything.
Gratitude.
It's unbelievable. It's so nice. Yeah, I really appreciate it. Really, I mean it.
Like, you know,
I don't care. It's really nice.
You're out there. You give great advice to everybody. We got to support you. And look at all the guys in the back of the book. You got Tony Hsieh, Tim Ferriss, Kevin Rose, Tony Robbins.
I should have got you. I could have moved more books.
All right. When you do your next
I would have. You know what? If I got your quote, I think I would have gotten the extra. I would have got the extra 300 books.
No,
I would have been
it doesn't
number
matter.
one.
So,
this Crush Creamer thing, I have to start. I'm
Kramer?
going to get on this weekend.
That would be good. Are you going to be on a show? You should be on a show.
It's funny. I almost was on the show. Our schedules didn't work out, and now in hindsight, it was the best thing he did because he would have been number 2 because he would probably move.
Yeah, he would have moved a lot of books.
That's pretty funny.
All right. So, Jonathan, does that help you? Does that help you?
It's Brad, not Jonathan.
No.
No, Brad. Sorry.
Sorry, Brad.
Okay.
That helps.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. I
problem.
hope people listen to you.
Okay.
Take care, Brad.
Sorry about that.